Hey, hi ladies, how art thou? I just want to apologize. I was not able to send the video because I actually did not record. When we did the class, I realized that I did not record at the end. But then I thought I was gonna send one of my old videos, and I was like, no, I could actually redo this, but it'd be better for me to redo it. And then what I'll do is I'll just chop it up into chapters or segments or whatever. That way it's easier for everyone, including the ones that were on. The Zoom can come back and just keep reviewing whatever you need to review. So I'm also going to send this link to the email, to your email. The link is going to be from YouTube. That way it's easy access. It's only going to be assigned to those who have the email. So anyone else, like if you share it or whatever, it's not going to work because I have it on lock. Because it's only for the class, right? You paid, or if this class was gifted to you, or if you're a member of the Diva Squad. Yeah. Every time I get ready to do this, somebody calls. But anyway, so I'm going to start off with how to start your Tunisian crochet. So again, we're going to do the tote bag, right? And what I'm going to do is start it off. For those who do not know how to do Tunisian at all, this is basically for beginners who don't know how to do Tunisian, or if you need some brushing up on your Tunisian, this is what I'm going to go through first. And then I'm going to show you how to change the colors. And then not only show you how to change the colors, but how to make sure that it's locked and neat, and then how to close it, right? So once I do that, then that's it for this video. Then we're going to meet up again on Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. Let me know what is good for you. But Friday or Saturday, what I'm going to do is we're going to have another Zoom to go over what you did. And if you have any other, like if you made mistakes, or if you have any questions or whatever, even if you have a question in between, email me and let me know. So that's what we're going to do now. And then I'm going to show you how to put your, how to put it together, your tote bag, how to assemble, and whatever. So also too, what I was telling the, when we was on the Zoom, what I was saying also too was I provided a graph, and you are more than welcome to use that graph. If not, then you could use whatever you have, or if you see anything else. A lot of them are under tote bags or pillow. If you're in my, if you go to my website, creativestitchingdiva.com. So it's up to you if you want the bag, the graph for the tote bag. I made hearts because it's Valentine's Day season. So I figured maybe why not, use that. But it's actually 50 by 50. So it's not overwhelming. It's not too big, because the ones that I usually do is like at least 80 by 80. It's a good size bag. All right. So first things first. First things first. And that is, we are going to go over the hooks. Let me make sure. Okay. So we're going to go over the hooks, right? And the hooks are simple. It is called Tunisian or Afghan hooks. And I will give you links on where you could buy some at. You don't have to buy them on Amazon, but I'm going to give you links. That way you at least know what they are. So there is Susan Bates and Boy. And then there's some other ones where I gave access to, so you can have the whole set if you want. Those are, I think, generic hooks. So it's up to you what you want to do. I usually go for the long ones, which are, this is 14 inches. So I usually do the 14 inches, but they do have 8, I believe, and 10. It's up to you. The only reason why I buy the long ones is because the pillow, not pillow, you can make a pillow too with it, but the bag that I'm making is fairly long, and because it's fairly long, it's not going to fit on the 10 inch. It's going to fit on a 14 inch. Plus, I'm just so used to having 14 inches. It's just easier for me. Plus, I make scarves with them. The scarves can fit on a 10 inch, but I just like 14 inch. But it's up to you. You could get 10 inch or 14 inch. It's up to you. My suggestion is just make sure you look around, because 14 inch is hard to find, especially for the size. Now, the size that I usually go for is either the 5.5 or 6 millimeters. I always tend to use the 5.5. This is 5, which is the H. I am going to use that for my tote bag, because I didn't want to make it extremely big or extremely large, and it's kind of fairly like large, but I'm going to scale it down a little. But I'm going to start off with this hook, and I'll tell you why. So with Tunisian crochet, you just do the same chains like you would do with regular crochet. The thing is, I do not count the first one on the hook. I don't count it. So I'm using this right now because it's just easier for me to do chains with a small hook, and I'm going to do 10. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So now, I have 10 chains, right? So the best thing for me to do now is I either skip one or just have 9 chains, and this one on your hook makes 10. It's up to you. I'm going to make 10 because some people get confused when I say do 9 and then this one on a hook is your 10th one. So just do 10 chains and skip one. Believe me, you're still going to have 10 on your hook, 10 loops, right? So on your chain, there's the bumps on the back. So I am going to take the bumps on the back. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to pull up a loop on each one, right? So that's 1, 2, and as I'm pulling up a loop, I'm keeping it on the hook. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. So we have the 10 loops on the hook, right? Now, this right here is just a foundation where we're just trying to start off. And because this is the foundation, we're just going to make sure that we have the 10 on our hook. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the first one is a chain and the second one is the chain. I always count them. So if you ever do my graphs, when you have the first one and the last one, the first row and the last row is the first chain and the last chain. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come back. When you're doing Tunisian crochet, you're going to make sure that everything is facing you. You do not have to turn. It's always going to be right to left, right to left, right to left, right to left. You do not turn. So we're going to do something called forward pass and then return pass. So right now we're just doing the chains, right? So I'm going to yarn over and pull through one. And the reason why I'm pulling through that one is, again, this is a chain. We're making the chain. And when I pull through the one, it's going to be not hard. Like, don't make it tight, make it loose so that you can always come back when you go to the next row. You'll see. So now we're gonna yarn over and pull through two. Yarn over, pull through two. And then yarn over, pull through two. So it's the first one, yarn over, pull through one, then all the rest is yarn over, pull through two. And as I am pulling through two, once I finish, here we go. Right? So now I'm going to take my hook. So because I have RA, and it costs like duck hands, to make it easier and so that my hands don't hurt, I have the handle. I will link the where you can purchase the handle. It's up to you. It's preference. It's not something you have to use. It's definitely preference. And when you get your hook, you want to make sure you take off the end. The end was already taken off on this one, but you just want to take off the end and then add the hook and you're good. All right, so now that we did that part, this is how it's going to look. And as you see, there's vertical lines. The vertical lines is where you are going to use it as your square. So in single crochet, half double, or double crochet, you have each stitch, which is a square for the Grafghan. This is each vertical line. So each vertical line is one square. So if you want to do a graph and you want to start off with your graph, you're going to start off with the first square, and the first square is that first chain right there. All right, so now I'm gonna change the camera and show you a close-up on how we gonna do this. Okay, so now that we have our foundation row and it's complete, we're going to continue with the second row. So the second row, again, this is our chain, and then we are already starting off with that one. So this is one, and now we're gonna go into the vertical loop and pick up a loop and keep it on our hook like we did with the foundation, and continue going. And this is called forward pass. So we're going forward. All right, so we're going to continue to keep going through each vertical loop. And make sure when you count, make sure it's 10, because sometimes people miss a vertical loop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 is the chain. So when you do the chain, you want to make sure you're going in both loops on the side. So it's going to look like a V, like your regular single crochet. Make sure you go through both, and then yarn over, pull through one loop. Now you have all 10 on the hook. Now we're gonna make our chain on the end and go through that first loop, 1. Remember that first loop is 1, and then throughout is 2. So we're gonna yarn over, pull through 2, and now we're going forward pass. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Keep going, and boom, until we get to the end. And this is the second row. Now you're gonna see holes, that's fine, you didn't do anything wrong. This is not a completed Tunisian crochet swatch. It's not completed. So you're always gonna have that until you complete, and then I'll show you how to complete that at the end. But we're gonna keep on going and go in. All right, and so we're gonna go through each one, and then our chain, go through both. Do not go through one, just go through both. If you go through one, it's not gonna look right. So yarn over, pull through that one, yarn over, pull through one, and then yarn over, pull through two. So as I'm doing this, I'm lifting this up a little bit. As you can see, I'm lifting it up a little bit so that it's not tight. See, it's not tight. I don't want it to be too tight because then I'm not gonna be able to get my hook in the chain. So yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, and then keep going. And as you're going to see, oh, sorry, oh Lord. As you're going to see, we closed up that last row, and then now the new row is open. So it's gonna keep happening. The more you go up, the more each beginning row, the row that you just completed is gonna be open until you close it. And again, I'm gonna show you. All right, so I'm gonna do one more, and you can always go back if you need more help. So I'm gonna do one more. Now with Tunisian crochet, it kind of curls like knit. So in order for it to not curl, a lot of times I would use honeycomb stitch, because the honeycomb stitch is not gonna make it curl so much. It was like your project is still gonna curl, but we just want to minimize the curl. So to minimize it, you could either use honeycomb stitch, which I'll eventually show you, not now, but eventually. Or you could go up a size or two hook and then switch after like 5 rows. So I did the one, now yarn over and pull through two. I did my chain, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, and boom. Okay, so as you see, that last row closed up. Now we on the new row. All right, so I did that one. So now it's time to add color. Okay, we're gonna add color. Just make sure that your chains are good so that your sides look good. When you do not have good sides and you do not go into both holes, then it's going to tend to have like holes, and then it's going to look like this. So you just want to be careful and make sure that both sides with the chains look good, look neat. And this side right here, you just want to make sure that you close this loop up a little bit when you start. You don't want it too like this, because you know, if it's too loose, this is gonna be like loopy. All right. So, all right, next up is color, changing colors. Okay, so now we're gonna go into changing colors, and when you're changing colors, you could use bobbins. I don't, but if you use bobbins, just make sure you have enough bobbins for what you're doing. So for each color, you wanna have a bobbin, or I just let it hang. So that's basically what I have. I have some samples, and I'm just gonna let it hang. Now I have 3 samples, because what I'm going to do is I have the orange, which is the background color, right? And then in the middle, I'm just gonna add like something there. So if it was a picture of a heart, it would be the orange, the heart right here, and then orange. So because this first row with the color change is next, and it only has the color changing for for 2 colors basically, I'm going to make sure that I have each bobbin or each string ready for that color change. So for instance, let me show you. For instance, I have this for this part, this for this part, and this for this part. And so if you're looking at your graph, you're literally starting on the bottom from right to left, and then you're gonna go back, and then right to left. So row 1, right to left, row 2, right to left, 3, right to left. And that's what you're gonna do. You do not alternate like you do with single crochet or half double crochet. All right, so we're going to do, this is just to show you how to change colors. I'm gonna do 3. All right, and I'm going to take my tail and push it over the hook like that. Now I'm going to take my purple and I'm going to add the purple to my swatch, right? My project. So I'm going to fold it in half. Well, not half, but just fold it over. And I'm going into the next hook, right? Remember, this one has to be over. Pull through the loop. Like that. Then I'm going to take this and put it to the back. Like that. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the next loop. And the tail of the purple, I tend to want to weave it in. So as I go, I'm going to go yarn over, pull through that one loop, go to the back, put that purple to the back, and pick up another color. And then I'm gonna do one more. So I'll do 4 purple. And then I'm going to add the next. I'm going to fold it and add this. So again, I'm going to put that purple on top and I'll tell you why in a second. Okay, so once I got that on there, once I got this orange hook, I'm going to take that purple, put it down to the back again, and now I have a tail for the orange. So because I have the tail for the orange, I'm going to put that on top. Pull up a loop, right? And then put that tail to the back and make my chain. Make sure you got both on the hook. Yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through that one. All right, so I made the chain already, but now we got to go back, right? So before we just did the forward pass, return pass, and we just used the one color. Now that we have 2, you want to make sure that you change colors at the appropriate time, right? So we're going to yarn over and pull through 2. We already did the chain, so we're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. And then I'm going to stop because this color right here, we can't use this because if we use this, then it's not going to come out right. So anytime you get to the color that's on the right, that's when you change the colors. So whatever color is on the right, you use this color, you use that color. And then once it changed back, then you change the colors. So whatever color it's on the right is the color that you're going to use for your forward, your return pass, right? So now that it is purple on that side, I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2. Like that, tuck down a little bit, that way it's not sticking up in the back. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And then now we got orange on the right side now. So I'm gonna take this purple and cross it over, pick up the orange, and then yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then there you go. Now you have your color change. And why I was crisscrossing is because when we do this, as you can see, this part is open. So because this part is open, it also leaves this room to be open as well. So when we cross it, it's closer and it sticks like this. When you're adding the new colors and you're doing that, it's best to cross them so that it does not come loose. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so I already have my chain on a hook. Go in and so now I'm picking up this purple, I'm putting it on top because that's next. The purple is next, right? So being that this purple is next, I'm going to yarn over and pull through that orange and drop the orange, pick up the purple. So this is already locked in now because I crisscrossed it before I even started with the purple. So now I'm going to go and do 4 purple. And once I get to where I have to change my color again, right here is the last one. I'm going to pick this orange up and put it on top. We're basically getting it ready, right? So that also crisscross and it gets it ready for us to use it. So now I'm going to go yarn over, pull through, and my chain. Okay, so now I'm going to pull through that 1 and then yarn over, pull through 2. And as I'm pulling through 2, as you can see, I always hold on to this. That way it does not get tight. Okay, so now I'm going to crisscross, right, and pull up my purple, yarn over, pull through 2. Pull through 2, pull through 2, and crisscross. Okay, so now that we did that, as you can see, we did our color changing. All right, I'm gonna do one more row with the color changing, and then I'm gonna show you how to change colors if it's 1 and if you even have to carry it. What am I doing? Oh, this is the last orange, so I'm gonna put the purple on the hook. That's all I'm doing is putting the purple on the hook just to push it up a little. All right, and then for purple, go a little quicker. The last purple, right there, pick up the orange, put it on top of the hook. There you go. And make my chain. Yarn over, pull through, and make the chain with the 1. Now pull through 2, pull through 2, cross, pick up that purple, tug down on that a little, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, crisscross, and there we go. And there we go. So next I'm gonna show you how to be a little bit more technical, difficulty-ish. Show you how to do that, and with the color changing. That way you know if, cause I don't really, I call it cross-contaminate. I really don't really do that. But if you ever have to carry colors, I'm gonna show you how to do it. Okay, so now we're going to switch it up a little bit. And we're going to add a new color to the mix, just so that you could see how you could change colors in between. If it's like 1 or 2 stitches that you need to change, we're gonna do that. Okay. So I am going to do this. Now, I don't like changing colors, not changing colors, carrying colors, because then sometimes you could see. But when I do, if I ever have to, I don't do any more than 4. So say if I wanted to carry this over to here, obviously I won't do that because I didn't. I used 2 separate colors. Instead of using the same string and just carrying it over here, and then use it again here and then back again, I will have strings looping back and forth in the back. So to eliminate that, that's why I use the 2 different colors. Now, the thing that, the reason why sometimes I say it's okay to carry is because if you do it for no more than like 2-3 stitches, like from here to here or here for like 2 or 3 stitches, you won't really see the color change. You won't see the colors through your work. If it's more than that, you start seeing it. You could fix this 2 or 3 stitches so that it won't see and you can hide it. When you start doing the whole thing, that's when it starts looking a little messy, suspect, and bulky. And we don't want that, right? So this is how we're going to do it, right? So we're gonna do our orange, right? So this is the last orange. Pick up that purple. Okay, so now what we're going to do is 1 purple, 2 orange. No, 1 purple. I'm gonna add another color. 1 purple. And let's add this color. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add the orange, as you can see, right? Fold it and add the orange. The purple, let me put the purple up here on top so that we crisscrossing it, right? And then I'm going to take that purple, put it down, but the tail of the orange, put it up. And now I'm going to take the purple again. And there we go. So that's how I did it. Let me try it again because I don't want to confuse anybody. So I got the purple, right? Go into the next one. Pick that up. Put it through. And then take another loop like that. And now take my purple. And then the orange that's already on this side, already, I'm going to put that on the hook, all right? Pull through with the purple and yarn over, pull up a loop, and then my chain. Okay, make your chain, yarn over, pull through that 1, real quick. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, so when we go forward, again, once you get to the color that's on the right, that's when you're gonna change the color, right? So we're using the purple here and here. So basically we're carrying over 2. So this is how we're going to do it. We're gonna yarn over, pull through 2. Now it's time to change to the orange. As you can see, there's a gap right there. So this is the reason why we crisscross. We don't want gaps. So now I'm going to pick up that orange and pull through 2. I am going to tug down on that a little bit, pull through 2, and now we back with the purple. Cross that over. And so now that our purple is on this side, in order to make it on that side, we have to pull it up a little bit because we're going to have to stretch it over the 2 stitches. So I'm going to, let me see. I'm going to take my hook up here where my finger is and pull through. That way, pull down on this too. That way it does not bunch up like this. If I pulled like close to here like I do with the other ones, I'm going to leave a little loop in the back. A little loop in the back. Now we're going to switch. Okay. And then yarn over, pull through 2. Pull down on that a little bit. Yarn over, pull through 2. And yarn over, pull through 2. So that's basically how you do it, how you would carry that little bit on. So as you can see in the back, it's this loop. And to be honest, this is what a lot of people do. They have this loop from one side to the other side. Sometimes they even do it from all the way over here or to all the way over there. That is not what I do. This little loop can be hidden. We don't want that. So if you're making like, especially like a bag or a scarf, you don't want the back of your work to look a mess. Unless you're putting lining on it, I don't suggest, but it's up to you. So now we're gonna do that one more time. Same thing. Orange, orange, orange. Pick up the purple. Now the purple, right? Pick up the purple, but then we're also going to pick up this orange because that's next. Actually, that's the orange for over there. And you actually can use it since it's only one stitch, but I'm showing you how to add the yarn. All right, so now that we have that, we're going to do this, and we're also carrying that purple with us. Like that. Use this purple and make sure that when we use this purple, we're picking up the next orange, which is that orange right there. Pull up that purple loop and boom. Now, as you can see, this kind of hides itself because we were basically crisscrossing and that was only 2. If it was more than 2, like I said, the limit I would go is 4. So if it was 4, I would go in there. But I'll show you that later, not now. It's not necessary right now. I don't want to confuse anyone. I just want you to just be able to do it. So if you did have any other new questions, you could bring that on Friday or you could send me an email and ask. But I would suggest to wait till Friday for the Zoom. All right, so now I did the chain, so now we're gonna yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, crisscross, pull up that orange. It sounds a lot, but when you're doing it, it's really not. It's really, really, really not. Okay, cross that over. And the same thing with the purple. We're gonna pull it over from the top, right there. Even if you have to use your finger to pull on it a little bit. Right, then crisscross and pick up the orange. Okay, so now I'm gonna close that up again, go back and use the purple, pick up the purple, crisscross, and so because I don't need this orange anymore, I'm going to weave that through. So this is the orange that's in the middle. So I'm going to put that on my hook, pull through, and here we go. Put that on top, pull through, and to the back, and pull through. Now, pick up the other orange, and there we go. Now we're going to finish off with the orange. So as we were finishing off, closing that orange in the middle, I basically weaved it through like that. That was literally only 2 stitches. I would like to at least weave it off at least 5 or more. So being that is that, I probably would have to use a needle and weave this in, or a hook, and a small hook and weave it in. But I'll show that later as well. All right, so now I'm going to do my chain. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and purple. Yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so this is it. And now I'm going to show you how to close off. Okay, so now that you got that, I'm gonna show you how to close off, because remember, this top is still open and we don't want it to be. So we're gonna close that off. Take this purple, we don't need that. We just need this orange. Okay, so the last thing we do is we just close this off. And when you close it off, you could use a regular crochet hook, or you could use the same Tunisian hook. It's up to you. So what we're gonna do is single crochet. So we're gonna go into the next hoop, pull up the loop, yarn over, pull through. We're doing single crochet. And as I'm doing the single crochet, I'm gonna weave in whatever I need to weave in. So this purple needs to be weaved in, and I'm only gonna weave the purple with the purple. So it's 4, so I'm gonna do 4 stitches with the purple weaved in. And that honestly should be okay, that should be good. I mean, I don't think I need to weave that in, but if you want to, you could. But I'm basically weaving it in as I go, right? So I'm just doing single crochets to close it up. Now, this is when you're finished your project. You don't close it up until you finish your actual project, okay? And now I'm gonna pick up that other orange, the background orange, pick that up and put that through. And single crochet. Now once I get to the chain, we're gonna do the same thing that we've been doing and go through both stitches like that and make single crochet. And that's basically it with the Tunisian crochet and how to change colors. It's really simple. You're doing the same thing each row, and that's it. So as you can see, it curls up a little bit. So when you use a thicker hook, it helps out. So I would do at least 5 to 6 rows, and then I would go down the hook. Now you don't have to, but I am because like I said, it's I'm only going down one size. 2 sizes? Is this 2 sizes? It might be 2 sizes, but you only need to go down 1. So I am going to switch to this one with my own project. This is just a sample and showing you how to do it. So when I do my own tote bag, you're gonna see that I started off with this, but I'm gonna end it off with that. So don't be confused. And then, or you could do the honeycomb, but if you don't know how to do the honeycomb, I'm gonna show eventually. But yeah, so this is that. Okay. All right, so after we did all of that tutorial, I hope that you get it. If not, let me know, or you can come on the Zoom on, I'll let you know if it's Friday or Saturday. I think Saturday will probably be better, but let me know. Okay, so this is what I meant by honeycomb stitch. This is honeycomb stitch. This is basically because it looks like a honeycomb. And I did like maybe, I don't know, 10 rows, and it's probably less than that. I don't know. You really only have to do like 5, but I did like 10 rows because I wanted to make this scarf a little long because the person who's this for is tall. So as you can see, it still has a little curve, but it's not overwhelming because Tunisian can be very overwhelming. It could curl all the way up like this as you're going, and it could be overwhelming. But because I did this and I used a larger hook, it minimized the curling. And your tension needs to be a little lighter. Don't make it too tight, because if it's too tight, then it really will curl. So Tunisian crochet, like I said, looks like knit. It looks really good. It's not jagged like single crochet or half double crochet. It's actually straight vertical lines. So if you are really particular about how your projects look and you don't like that jagged, I actually like the jaggedness. Plus, I don't want to do a whole blanket in Tunisian, so I really love Tunisian crochet. So majority of all my pillows, totes, and scarves are all Tunisian. I don't do single crochet at all. But yeah, so I didn't cut off the strings yet, but this is basically it. It's the Wu-Tang scarf, and I just made it a little longer than my actual pattern. If you want the pattern, it's in my shop. This is my tote bag. What I'm doing is 80 by 80. It's kind of fairly big, but being that I'm going to scale down on the hook, it's not going to be as big anymore. So this is how I started in the strings hang, because I don't like bobbins. So with the strings hanging, it basically, see this curling? It's basically hanging everywhere I had to do a color change. So if I had to do a color change, that's where you're going to have a string. See? I have one here. Every single where I have to do a color change, I have, here it goes, see? So yeah, eventually you'll see more, because I'm gonna show my progress as well. When I was doing this, I purposely missed one of the stitches, and so that's why it doesn't look good. And that's why I said always make sure that your chains look good. Make sure that you get both stitches, or else it's gonna look kind of crazy on the side, and you don't want your sides to look crazy. So if this is your first time, the sides may look a little wonky, crazy, but we're gonna show how to fix that at the end. If you're making a tote bag, it really doesn't matter, but I always suggest to do neat regardless. Yeah, so that's basically it. And I guess I will see you guys Saturday, because I think Saturday is the best day for me. If anything changes, I will let you know. If you need anything, let me know. And yeah, so start getting your hooks if you don't have them, and start your tote bag, because I'm only going to do like maybe 2 or 3 more classes, and hopefully, prayerfully, you guys will be finished, because I'm not taking forever for this. 2 weeks and I'm done. All right, so you guys have a good one, and I will see you on Saturday, 6 p.m. I will send the link for the new Zoom before, probably this later on, Thursday or Friday. I don't know. Have a good night.